Hi, have you noticed that either one way or another you have nicotine constantly in your body? Impressive, right? Let us explain you.
A stimulant drug or substance that accelerates the nervous system, or more specifically, the messages between the brain and the body, generating dopamine, which is a stimulant substance that creates pleasure.
It can be found on all types of tobacco products, such as cigarettes, electronic cigarettes, or vapes, and on common foods, such like tomatoes, potatoes, and eggplants.
Even though it comes from the plant Nicotiana, characterized by their long leaves, which were known for being a stimulant by the Australian indigenous.
It is consumed through the mouth and the nose, going directly to the brain, acting like a stimuli of dopamine and controlling all your main functions of the brain, such as the thoughts, the emotions, and the memories. Taking all of them into extreme, like sudden attacks of joy, sadness, anger, and many more, clouding your thoughts and memories, focusing only in what you feel or want to feel.
As the drug uses the nose and the mouth for entering the body, is used the chemoreceptor, and the principal neurotransmitter is the acetylcholine, which serves to send messages to other cells, including other nerve cells, muscle cells, and glandular cells.
As mentioned before, it affects the brain, or more specifically, the central nervous system. The affected areas of this are the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system, which regulate the memory, emotions, sexual stimuli, and the learning. Also the hippocampus is affected because it controls the navigation, or basically where you are.
It also affects the cardiovascular system by increasing the heart rate and the possibility of arrhythmia. This can be seen in the autonomic nervous system, which regulates the involuntary functions such as heart rate, digestion, and breathing.
A good example of this is one of the episodes of House MD, in which Dr. House prescribes to his patients a box of cigarettes or nicotine vaccines, for saying in a way, because his blood speed was way too slow. They need to stimulate it and yeah, basically make it more fast and help him to survive that.
Over time, and after consuming enough nicotine or tobacco, there are several things that begin to deteriorate. For example, wrinkles, stains, and infections appear on teeth, body odor, bad breath, and yellowish stains on nails and fingers.
There are also short-term effects in young people like us who consume this substance, such as increased colds, that are the upper respiratory tract infections, the increased coughing, the decreasing of the athletic performance, and the loss of appetite.
Nicotine overdose or nicotine poison can lead to several consequences such as confusion, rapid or irregular heart rate, a high blood pressure, respiratory failure, seizures, tremors, nausea, and vomiting.
Cigarette smoking is also associated with several health risks that develop in the future, such as chronic bronchitis, emphysema, coronary heart disease, stroke, ulcers, lung cancers, and seven more cancers like stomach or pancreatic. According to the WHO, about 7 million people die each year from tobacco use on the planet. And every year, more than 34,800 people die due to the smoking related diseases. According to the National Survey of Consumption and Psychoactive Substances of 2019 of the National Administrative Department of Statistics, the DANE, and the Ministry of Justice, the average age of onset of smoking is at 17 years old, and at least one third of the population, that is more than 16 million Colombians, have been consumers of these products at least once in their lives, which is especially problematic among men who represent 43% of people with smoking problems.
It is concluded that the consumption of nicotine brings quite bad effects on our nervous system, which, apart from being addictive, they cause lifelong diseases that can affect the way we live.
Furthermore, the percentage of Colombians and the information that they give us about the consumption of this substance here in Colombia, we can infer that Colombians are attached to cigarettes and the practice of drugs. And even though it is legalized here in Colombia, this causes severe diseases and can kill us. This video encourages adults and young people of these new generations to stop the consumption from these drugs, the electronic cigarettes, such as the vapes, the cigarettes, that are harmful to their health.